box is empty, or should I say, incomplete. Where is the rest of it? We know who you are. We know who you were. You've come far for someone who was merely once a concubine.
Even though the series just got 2 major installments last fall, Assassin's Creed is back, giving fans a chance to play as characters they've only read about in a trilogy of smaller side-scrolling adventures. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China kicks things off with an interesting visual palette and level design, but struggles to make its tale really come off the page.
I know your quest for vengeance fits with the goals of the Brotherhood, but you cannot put your heart into such endeavors.
Master Ezio told me the same thing.
A wise man, to be sure.
Taking place in 1526 during the Ming Dynasty, Chronicles China puts players in the role of Xiao Jun, a survivor seeking revenge on the Templars who killed her comrades and aiming to recover a mysterious box given to her by Ezio Auditore. Unfortunately, while her character seems to have so much potential, there's never a real sense of connection with her, and the events that unfold feel somewhat routine for the series. While the art looks nice, the motion comic style of the cutscenes simply adds to this sense of detachment. Treasure chests in each level hide scrolls detailing Xiao Jun's backstory, but while the events detailed within could make for an interesting saga, they're presented as dry encyclopedia entries. Plus, there's just something odd about Xiao Jun finding details about her own private life stashed away in random locations.
Good. Our plan worked.
Instead of the open-world format of the main series, Chronicles China takes a side-scrolling approach across a series of straightforward levels. Presented with a visual style representative of the era, blots of paint compose its world and splash as you slice your foes. However, it differs from most side-scrollers by offering a sense of depth. You can move forward or backward to parallel planes by crossing narrow footbridges or swinging across gaps. You can move around corners, and you can hide behind pillars or outside windows. At times, though, it can be a bit unclear just how to shift position, which can have you awkwardly dangling in the line of fire or stuck trying to jump to the next ledge.
喂，入侵者！啊，在这里，有敌人！
The emphasis is squarely put on stealth as you watch guards patrol, look for your opportunity to move, and remember not to leave any bodies lying around. Your path might take you alongside an outer wall or across the ceiling over your enemies' heads, and you can blend in with crowds or quickly dart between cover points like door frames and bushes. Xiao Jun also has a few tools available, allowing you to distract guards with noise darts, stun them with firecrackers, or use throwing knives to cut ropes and create new paths. With enemies displaying big, obvious cones of vision, getting around them can feel a bit robotic as you stand in the open just outside of their range. Plus, there's a strange mechanic in place that allows you to easily sneak by people having conversations, as they're apparently too focused to notice the tall woman standing right behind the person they're talking to.
别忘了照我。
Also supporting the emphasis on staying in the shadows is the game's scoring system, awarding points to how you play after every checkpoint. If you remain unseen and only assassinate specific targets, you'll be rated as a shadow and get the highest level of points. But if you silently kill your way through an area, you'll be rated as an assassin. And if you just battle it out in the open, you'll be given a brawler rating and the lowest number of points. Your tally at the end of each level determines which upgrades you unlock, giving you more ammo, health, etc. Since the incentive is to remain unseen, it feels more worthwhile to restart at a checkpoint or let yourself die rather than fighting it out. Although with some optional objectives, taking down a guard standing in your way is simply the most viable option. With combat feeling like it's rarely needed, it never has a chance to gel, making the tutorials introducing new enemies and techniques feel like a waste of time. The pace is broken up a few times by levels that are more about speed than stealth as you dash through burning flames. With no consequences for killing, you're free to slide under your foes and slash up between their legs, or leap and stab them in the back. With about a dozen missions in all, Chronicles China lasts about 6 to 8 hours, depending on your perfectionist tendencies, which isn't bad for a $10 game. A New Game Plus mode allows you to keep all of your upgrades and offers more to unlock. Plus, we spotted some mysterious messages on the walls, which we're not sure what to make of yet. However, the game's main problem is that it's just rather dull overall. Perhaps it's the push to avoid enemy contact, or the lackluster sound design, or the droning music. But Assassin's Creed Chronicles China never really comes to life. It's a different take on side-scrolling gameplay, but the added depth doesn't save it from feeling flat.
Soon, you will truly be the last of your kind.